the Death Rider shit. Like, no matter, like, it's been going on for a while, but every week you want to go, oh, this doesn't get boring. And you keep, like, oh, shit, this is actually getting interesting.
One thing I like, one thing I like talking to Sav about is we always talk about like how shitty the Death Rider story was in late 2024, early 2025, up until All In Texas. And then you see that shift with John Moxley where he was like, all right, this shit's do or die at this point. Like, I either got to make this faction work or we need to move on to the next thing.
No, I like that for like the Death Rider side of it. And then it's like, what's the Will Ospreay team on the other side? Is it like the United Empire or
United
something?
Empire. Yeah,
Yeah.
and New Japan. Yeah, I would say they haven't really talked about them much, but I'm sure with Forbidden Door coming up and the G1 Climax coming up, especially starting here in the States, oh, I'm sure some shit's about to come to a head shortly.
Oh, yeah,
Exactly.
absolutely.
That's what I'm mainly
I'm
looking
sure
for.
some shit's about to kick off here shortly.
Because now we got to see exactly where he aligned with. Because if he is a Death Rider, I feel like Will Ospreay low key takes his. Well, it's not like he never left, but it's like he basically solidifies himself as
Nah,
like the
I
top
told Sav,
five
I was
this
like, I
year.
see how this shit finna go down right now. I'm finna call it right at this moment. So it is gonna be him and Kenny at All In. It's gonna be him and Kenny for the title All In. Kenny's gonna win that bitch at Redemption in July. Him and Kenny gonna be fucking murdering one another, like 65-minute plus match. Then you gonna see John Moxley pop out the cut. He gonna go to Will Ospreay, whisper some shit in his ear, and hit him with the sign to just like end this shit. You're gonna see fucking Will Ospreay hit Kenny Omega with the Tiger Driver, and that's how the match is gonna end.
True. I
It's
mean,
not
I
going.
get that.
It's not gonna be no feel good moment. It's gonna be some oh shit. Like he dead
Well,
ass just did that shit.
I think I agree with you saying. Like I said, yeah, I feel that's definitely the route they're going. But the only thing when I think about that is like, who's the baby face they're building up for like the beat Will Ospreay? Like, who's the baby face that's going to come and conquer Will Ospreay in this new Death Rider era? You know?
I
I
agree.
mean, that's a fair point, but I mean they have been building a lot of people. I would say Kevin Knight, but they just made that nigga heel.
Yeah, he's evil now. Like he
I was
destroyed
saying
Jet
it would have
Speed.
been Kevin
Okay,
Knight, but they just made
like
my
he
man
ruined
heel.
Jet Speed. I'm so sad.
That shit broke my heart. I'm like,
For
okay, so
real.
I lost Proto Sheeta, I lost Jet Speed. What the fuck?
AEW, where you can't have shit apparently.
You can't have shit over here, man.
Hey, yeah, I'm sorry. I kind of like that better for AEW. Ain't shit safe over here, y'all. We
Nah,
not gonna
that's what
keep
makes
see
it
motherfuckers stay
interesting.
together.
Oh yeah, very
When
true.
I was watching Double or Nothing, my job was just drop the entire night. I saw Kyle Fletcher come back. I'm like, oh shit, Proto Sheeta back. Then he turned on to Cash, and I was just like, wow,
Yes, a fucked up
he
world
dead
out
ass
here.
did that shit.
Yeah, that shit made me sound like, damn, I'm gonna go to bed now. I'm gonna watch this.
Exactly. I'm
Show over. I'm going to sleep.
Yeah, for real. But no, yeah, that's my only thing. Like, who is gonna be like the guy to step up and take him out? But also another thing that kind of like bothers me, not bothers me, like I'm also, what's MJF gonna do after he drops the belt? Like I feel like they may run him and Darby back one more time, but also, what is that gain? You know?
But see, well, that's the nice part about like MJF's character is he can pretty much work with anybody and kind of
Oh
play
yeah,
any
yeah, yeah.
role. So like honestly, he'll probably take a few months off and then come back and probably just be on some bullshit with
I,
anybody. No, he would definitely challenge. He would definitely try to challenge Will Ospreay for the title again.
I think that's what makes MJ probably one of the best wrestlers right now is that no matter what he's doing, you're always intrigued. No matter how bad it could be, MJ is always doing this interesting thing going on. And
I
like,
he's still a contender for like wrestler of the year if we're really gonna go
oh
there.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. A lot of people that come, a lot of people that talk about his first world title run, like the second half got kind of a little sloppy. So every time you bring him, he goes, "Well, he's good." But remember his first reign? Yeah, dude, that was his first reign. A
Yeah,
few years ago. Like,
look how fire the second reign just was.
yeah, dude,
It was
look how good he's been moving. Like one thing for sure, MJF is gonna be one of the guys who's most likely to be a heel in 90% of his career. Like I can't see MJF coming out and be like, "Oh, I love you guys. I love being in San Antonio." Like I can't I can't see that.
I will say when he was doing that tweener shit in 2023 with Adam Cole before he won the title, that shit was
Yeah.
pretty fire.
Oh,
I
that
give you
was
that. That
yeah,
was
yeah,
pretty.
yeah,
That was not
That
bad.
that shit was pretty funny, but he was still being a dickhead at the end of it. That
yeah,
was the thing. I was like, he really wasn't being a good guy. He was just kind of being more goofy.
yeah.
Exactly.
he reminds me of like Edge, where like you can't go back in 2006, 7, 8, or 9 and go, oh yeah, imagine Edge being happy and nice. Like, what the fuck are we watching? Like, who is that? That ain't Edge. If MJF's not a dick, then I don't want him on my TV screen. I need him to be mean to somebody.
Nah, real shit.
Nah, I'm with y'all on that. Also, this has
That's
been
just
recording the
real.
last 5 minutes. I'm keeping all of this shit.
There it is, a huge 619.
All right, that's cool.
Everybody, I'm Jay the Kid. That's my boy, Broke Boy Bray. And ladies
Yo,
and gentlemen,
yo.
joining us again on this episode, we got our guy talking smack with Creed. And this is another episode of Four Ropes Full Podcast. This week we just vibing out talking about the recaps through wrestling. And then at the end of that, I low-key got a theory on how I feel about this Bloodline 2.5, 3, whatever you want to call it. But I think I got an idea on how I feel that entire storyline is going to go over the summer if WWE wants to book a cinematic ending to all of this shit.
Have you heard what the rumor is for SummerSlam?
Yeah, I've heard some things.
Jay
What have
Uso
you
versus
heard?
Cody.
So I've heard that one, but the main one I was referring to was Seth and Roman again, apparently.
Well,
I'm not against that.
here's the thing with Seth and Roman is that if they do this match, can we actually end the Shield Lord shit? Like, I love the Shield. I think everyone here loves the Shield. Like,
Of course, that's what
equally.
we grew. That was like some of the best shit we had growing up with wrestling.
Oh yeah,
Post
yeah.
PG era.
Oh yeah, that's probably one of the few bright spots from that time. Yeah, you're right. So like, but if this is like the last match, Roman gets his actual legit win over Seth. Do not push shit over. Do not come back at 6 at the Royal Rumble going, oh my god, Seth Rollins facing off. Shield Lord. Like, no, dude. Like, end that shit. Like, make this story actually finish. Like,
I think the way they're trying to build this one is because I saw Seth had made some comments about like how Roman said like he reestablished or he's really solidified the World Heavyweight Championship as being like a top tier title. He was like, nah, nigga, I did that shit back in 2023 when that bitch first got around my waist. So that might be the story they're low-key building to is who is the better of the world champions, even though they're going to have Roman go over.
Yeah, I
Also
think
joining us, ladies and gentlemen, real quick, we got our boy Von the Don.
What's going on, y'all?
What's
Yeah,
up, man?
yeah.
Man, don't you hate when shit just happens when when you least expect it? So my key got stuck in my garage, my side door to the garage, and then when I'm opening, right, the motherfucking key broke. But good thing I got a handyman on standby. This is fake, but god damn it, after being in that hot ass sun, I just want to do this. You know, make no damn sense.
My boy pulled out a Newport. Damn.
My brother in Christ, it is our Lord's year of 2026. Put the square down and pick up a J, man.
Hey,
Hey, no,
nah,
this fake though.
now if it was, I feel you, but if it was a black and mild, then I would have been concerned. I would have been like, all right, bro, come here. Like, come on, bro. Let's talk about this. But yeah, nah.
Yeah,
So
but
basically,
yeah,
we just talking about the recap throughout the week, Von. So I think who was it? Was it Creed that you was talking? I didn't mean to interrupt you.
no, you're good. I think real quick, I was trying to respond to what you guys were saying. The only problem with Seth losing to Roman now, like the story you're saying they're telling, is basically everything Seth did look like a bitch. Like, I was
Pretty
the
much.
first world champion. I made this shit. Like, this is my belt. Roman, well, it's cinema. Acknowledge me. And he beats him. It's like, oh, well, fuck Seth, I guess. But like, it makes sense for Roman to win because it's the whole story. Roman can never climb the heel of Seth Rollins, but you're doing the process of making Seth like a fraud world champion. And Roman's getting his one victory after 12 years of Shield Lord. So is it worth it? I don't know. But like, it makes sense for Roman to win. So that's my problem with it.
Now I wonder. Here's the big question I have: is it going to be a clean win or is it going to be some bloodline bullshit?
Oh yeah, that's a good question.
I think that's also a huge factor to consider in this match because like if it's a clean win, that really does put a huge closure on the whole Shield shit. But if he has the bloodline come out and fuck shit up for Seth, it's gonna fuck it up. So like I feel like they don't need any interruptions. Just let those two go at it and finish their story.
True.
Yeah.
But I feel like I got one or two ways how that does end. If you do it clean, you set Roman up to be a serious champ to where now the bloodline can really look like it's gonna be something. It doesn't even have to stay forever. But if Roman
Hmm.
Reigns can beat Seth Rollins, no dirty work, no bullshit, no chairs, no nothing. Well, maybe if they do extreme rules or whatever, like no holds barred or whatever, if they can
Right.
pull that off and Roman Reigns wins clean, take the bloodline 10 times more seriously. But if they decide to let the bloodline in, I feel like they're gonna do the dumbest shit ever that we've already seen before. Seth Rollins gonna have some backup with him at SummerSlam. And it's like he basically making a Vision 2.5 or the what was his team in the goddamn Thunderdome era? Was they the Visionary too? Like what was that team?
It was shit.
Because it was
I
I
don't.
like
know who you're
Authors of
talking about.
Pain, Buddy
Yeah,
Matthews.
yeah. I
Oh
know.
fuck.
Yeah, I know
Wasn't
you're
it like
talking.
the
I just need the
Messiah or
name.
something?
Yeah, yes, the Messiah, Monday Night Messiah. Yeah,
Yeah,
yes,
Monday Night
yes.
Messiah.
Yeah, so it's like that group again. So it's like Seth Rollins within like a 10-year span has had three different groups. Now, granted, Roman then brought back the bloodline a few times, but it's
Too
always
many.
been the bloodline. It's the same members. It's like every other time Seth Rollins make a faction, he grabs some people that could be used somewhere else that's not being used on the main roster, but it ends up killing them in the end because they don't get the same push to the top like Seth Rollins does because Seth Rollins, granted, is the greatest wrestler that we probably have seen in the last 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
Great match highlights, great man, great voice on the mic, somebody that you can really believe can hold the gold with no problem. But when you have Seth Rollins on your side, if you are not a top performer like Seth Rollins, you go somewhere else. You don't go to the top like Seth Rollins is. You go to the mid card to where or you go to NXT or you go to fucking Evolve now at this point. But it's like it's a disconnect between building a faction to make everybody look good versus bringing a faction together to make one guy relevant. And that's what I don't like. That's why I don't like if they do decide to have somebody behind Seth Rollins. I agree with all of y'all. I think it should be a clean, no issue type of match. But my problem is WWE's booking on it. I wouldn't bet my money on Seth
That's what I'm
Rollins
saying. I'm like, this
not
is
having
this is
somebody.
Triple H. Come on now, we know what to expect come SummerSlam. But speaking of mid carders, did y'all see the report that came out yesterday morning? I meant to send it to y'all in the chat, but it honestly kind of pissed me off if this is true. So, Wrestling Observer News reported that WWE internally does not view Ilya Dragunov as tier talent. They view
I
him as a
seen
mid
that.
carder.
Yeah, I seen that too.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that pissed me clean off.
Like, I think I hate saying this because I don't want to go on a rant here. But like WWE is so like wrapped around bloodline shit. They have a hard time pushing anyone that's not like involved that like vortex.
You ain't Samoan, we don't give a fuck.
Yeah, essentially. And like I looked at like Chad Gable. Chad Gable popped up on SmackDown. I saw a clip of him and Sammy. And like I feel like they're gonna tell a story of Chad Gable being like a baby who's like, hey, I fucked up. I want to come back and be great. He's going to beat Sami Zayn. He's going to go on, try to face Penta, win the International Championship. He's respect luchadors. He's a better man now. On paper, that's an easy A+ story to tell. But this is WWE. How are they going to screw this up? And you look at WWE's landscape, like look at Cody and Gunther. On paper, easy story to tell. Gunther tapped out Cody's idol. Gunther bitched out Cena, bitched out AJ Styles, made Goldberg joke. He's disrespected legend after legend. Goldberg has no respect. Cody is a man who grew up in the business with his father. He's been around legends his entire life. Cody's like, hey man, you don't deserve to be here. You're nothing but just an asshole, push people around. Gunther, you're nothing but a nepo baby asshole. You got everything handed to you. I've earned this shit. I'm a real wrestler. That's it. But no, Gunther's crying to the general manager about, I've been screwed. What are you, Drew McIntyre? What are you doing? That's not Gunther. Gunther's a classic 80s wrestling heel who loves to wrestle and can beat you and anyone else in the ring with his eyes closed. And now I deserve a rematch. I've been screwed. Okay, Drew McIntyre, are you going to face Punk at SummerSlam too? Like, what the hell are we doing here? Like you
I'm
have
with you on that.
easy layups. Like it's literally dunking on a toddler basketball goal, and Triple H is still breaking the damn thing. Like you cannot get an easier layup. It's like me handing you $100. Hey man, here's some money for some tough time, and you eat the $100 bill. Like what are you doing? Like use your brain.
I think
Nah,
Triple H
you
is
got it.
taking too many bumps to like actually consider like genuine how heel wrestling should work because you're 100% right. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, Gunther, I kind of agree that Gunther shouldn't be complaining that he lost. It should be okay. Yeah, I got screwed. Yeah, I want my rematch, but I'm not gonna go to no general manager. I'm just gonna work it right back up to the top because I know I can beat any number one contender that they throw at me.
Pretty much. That's how you
Exactly.
should attack
Yes.
it.
I couldn't say any better myself. Exactly.
Even
Like
then,
you.
Exactly.
if I'm Gunther, I'm beating the
Like he
fuck out of
shouldn't be
everybody.
complaining. Whoever the fuck is like, oh, I'm next up for the WWE Championship. Gunther's like, I'm gonna slap your chest in, nigga.
I honestly,
Exactly.
this is just me. Gunther should at least be the biggest heel in WWE right now.
He should
He should
be.
be.
Yes.
He should be
Yes.
larger than life right now because he retired two wrestling goats. You got John Cena. He retired AJ Styles, and then you got this storyline. He bitching to the thing. No, no. Gunther should be every time he see Cody, he should be attacking, whooping his ass,
It
stomping him
should be
out,
on site.
doing something instead of
Yeah.
all because it's kind of softening his character. I don't know what type of heel they trying to go with, but go like, come on, man. This man retired two legends back to back. I mean, come on, bro. Like all this
Back
crying
to
and
back
stuff.
months.
Exactly. Like Gunther is one of them guys where you book him like a big Van Vader. Like he's a monster. He doesn't have feelings. He's here to beat ass and be number one. Let me put this in like let me break it down. John Cena last time he tapped out was July 20th, I think 2003, right?
Mhm.
I wasn't born yet. I didn't come out until January 26, 2004. I wasn't even in the world the last time John Cena tapped out.
Damn.
Exactly. So when you have what they say, oh, Cena's the GOAT, Cena's the GOAT. Put Cena on the t-shirt, say he's the GOAT, he's the GOAT, he's the GOAT. Over Stone Cold Undertaker. You have someone tap him out the first time in 20 plus years. And then he's getting bitched out by Dragon Lee because he retired AJ Styles. He's struggling versus an injured Seth Rollins. And now he's crying like a baby to the general manager because I got screwed and I'm the real champion. You're Gunther. Chop his chest in and kill that fucking man. What more you need me to say?
Literally, like, beat the shit out of Cody until Cody's like, all right, I ain't got no choice but to give you a match because you clearly not gonna leave me alone until I do.
Exactly.
I,
Exactly.
I think WWE trying to make Gunther like a bitchy type of heel. Like one of them like we so used to the heels being dark, they just want to make this nigga more of an annoying heel. Like, okay, we got too many of them, like the Miz and
I
but I
mean,
think now they trying to make his ass like one of them. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna rub it in your face that I beat you, but I'm also act, throw rocks and have my hands and go to HR on your ass type of person. That type of
True.
mhm.
deal.
Which makes zero sense for Gunther, in my opinion.
I
Like,
know,
And
but
Gunther should not be that type of person.
But
I
then again,
know,
we said
but
the same thing about Drew McIntyre, and it happened. Drew
yeah,
That
McIntyre
is
is
true. That is
complaining.
very fair.
Oh, he been screwed. He been had this whole thing to where we thought he was gonna fight Nick Aldis at goddamn WrestleMania. That's how
yeah.
motherfucking much we went through the complaining and the bitching and the HR process and all this other shit. So it's like it's not surprising me that on SmackDown he's gonna be the same way. I don't know
And you know what?
why.
You know what's funny that you mentioned that? It's only on SmackDown they do this shit.
Thank
Yes,
you.
It's never on Raw. It's always on SmackDown. I just kind of put two and two together.
I,
it's when Gunther comes out, it should be like when Brock Lesnar returned. You hear that riff, you're like, oh shit. This
yeah.
bigger than a fucking bear dude's coming out. He's angry. He's gonna suplex everyone, bitch out a ref, some security, and go home with millions of dollars. Like you should be like, oh shit, it's Big Gunther. It's it's a monster. He's an asshole. He can cook you on the mic. He can put you to sleep in 5 seconds, and he'll kill your favorite and be like, ha, I beat some random guy last week with ease. Instead, he's like, but I'm Gunther. I'm a good wrestler. Like,
yeah,
like what
yeah,
are you doing?
he's basically the Karen right now, And that person, I'm gonna put it like this: we all got jobs, and it's always that one motherfucker that think they entitled to everything, and then they think they above things, and then when shit don't go their way, I'm gonna call HR. I'm gonna tell the manager on you. That's what the fuck Gunther is.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what his character is right now.
Again, it sucks and everything, but like you said, Bray, like you just noticed, like I was literally finna say that. But think about this: when Gunther was on Raw, he did whatever the fuck he wanted. Raw has always been the get your madness, be the crash out type of, be the main crash out show. That's how it's always been. The Attitude Era, Raw was always the place where you had to go fight. SmackDown has always been a storyline based thing. Now, not now. I'm saying this to say it just to say this. SmackDown is always gonna be the plain man's version of TNA, a setting to where everybody can just do whatever. Everybody get a chance to complain. Everybody get a chance to wrestle on a weekly basis. Everybody got a chance to be a part of the storyline on SmackDown. But the main thing that pushes SmackDown, I guess, away from what everybody thought was the B show and sometimes the best show is if I told you right now, give me three SmackDown storylines that really interest you, I don't think any one of these would get your attention. You
Mm.
wouldn't think about Royce Keys and goddamn Solo. You wouldn't think about Drew McIntyre and Gunther. You wouldn't think about R Truth and goddamn War Raiders. Those are not three storylines. Those are not
I would
three
say the first three
things that's like
storylines I thought
really
of came to me. I would like they're from like the early 2010s, like
exactly.
2011 SmackDown, 2012 SmackDown.
Exactly. Even then, like you're in 2026, SmackDown doesn't have a storyline that's making them a feel of a second WWE like
Like
brand.
I guess the closest on SmackDown right now, I guess, would be Rhea and Jay, but even then, that's not really like a compliment.
Exactly. And it's not saying that they doing a bad job at it and everything, but it's just like
No,
it's gonna be the same thing over and over again. It's like why not let Jade go get the women's US title off of Tiffy? Like I already beat the brakes off of you and do that. Like let that be some type of storyline again. Let them two meet up. Let Rhea Ripley and JC Jane do this thing because I'm tired of JC Jane being in the background of certain things, but never really getting the spotlight on it. If y'all brought her to SmackDown to make her a star, go ahead and get it over with because most of your
where
women
the fuck
stars
is Blake
that's over there.
Monroe?
She's coming to SmackDown soon for the millionth fucking time. Like
I
that's
was saying
all.
they said that shit for 6 weeks in a fucking row.
Like Jesse, my good friend Jesse. I want to hold your hand when I say this to you. We're getting Rhea and Charlotte at SummerSlam.
And Free
I need you to hold on, but we're getting Rhea and Charlotte one more time at SummerSlam. I'm so sorry.
Free I get you on that. But I'll raise you one better. Why not just let it be a triple threat match? Because I'm tired of seeing Charlotte in the mix for championship gold and respectfully not Alexa Bliss. I feel like low key this entire time Alexa Bliss has been back, we've taken our eye off of exactly what Alexa Bliss is. Now, granted, it might be because she's a face. She ain't really got the time, like she really like don't need the crowd to hate her at all and everything. But Alexa Bliss being somebody that's in the background of this stuff when like let's say go back 8 years, Alexa Bliss was looked at as the future of WWE for the
Yeah,
longest amount of time.
yeah.
Like as soon as we got done with Charlotte and Becky and everything like that, it was time to take Alexa Bliss serious. And I feel now that she back and everything now, it feels like she's not getting that same love and respect. The only moment that you can say she was there for to get some type of championship gold or accolade or something for herself was the elimination chamber. And ever since then, it's nothing. It's like she don't look for the goddamn women's US title. She don't look at the women's world championship and think, I deserve that. I need that. I just feel like if you add Alexa Bliss in there and everything, now you got the storyline between Charlotte and Rhea. Now you got Alexa and goddamn Charlotte. Then you got Rhea and goddamn Alexa because they got a little history. As long as they tweak it the right way, I feel like making the triple threat match and finally letting Alexa Bliss have some type of moment in WWE other than just being Charlotte Flair groupie or
She's
whatever.
been a sidekick ever since she came back last year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. I don't like that for Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss is
No, I
the type
hate
of
that.
motherfucker to go play bully. It's like I'm the littlest person in here, but like I rip you to shreds on the mic. I be dirty enough in the ring to where they not gonna see it, and you're gonna hate me even more. But I can do that to get to the top. I feel like if you let Alexa go play dog, like she's coming back with some type of gold. Especially if we let her run off in the Indies, who knows how many belts Alexa Bliss would have. And I feel like if we take her a little bit more serious this summer and build a priority of it's okay to put these young girls out there or whatever, but it's like appreciate the veterans that we got on the main roster a little bit more. Even if we not winning gold, at least put them in those conversations to be like, oh, okay, I can see why this person got it. But no, I don't want to see a recap of the same women each week. It's like Nia and goddamn Chelsea Green. I'm tired of seeing that shit. It's all
Mm-hmm.
if I get it, y'all want to make Chelsea Green a face. Y'all want to make Nia and Lash Legend be a bad tag team. Fine, fuck it. But I don't want to see that shit to SummerSlam. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't want to see Chelsea Green get beat up week after week after week after week after week after week.
It's like they start a storyline and it starts off so well, and then they just don't know what to do with it until the next big pay per view. So they just keep doing the same shit over and over again, not realizing that to the fans it's repetitive and redundant. And so by the time we do get the major blow off, niggas don't care.
Because they're I'm sorry, they're scared to make
Major.
big shows, big matches on B. People forget Roman and Cena's big feud when Cena basically buried Roman 40 different times on that segment. Their big love match was at No Mercy. It was No Mercy. It wasn't SummerSlam or WrestleMania. It was No Mercy when Roman beat Cena. And everyone watched it because, oh, it's Roman Cena's big match. She's been burying Roman. Can Roman beat the old face of the company? And like everybody's like, oh well, we gotta get money. If people want to see shit, they will spend money to see it. And if we come up
Mhm.
on here and go, hey guys, we're gonna have John Cena next week on the podcast, we're probably gonna get our most views ever on here because why? It's John Cena. People want to hear John Cena talk. Well, if we go, oh, we're gonna have my grandma on here next week, no one's gonna give a shit. Why? It's my grandma. Love my grandma, but no one wants to hear my grandma talking about wrestling. It's just truth be told. And
Mhm.
also, real quick, Jesse, like you said, Alexa Bliss was one of the most dominant women from 2016 to 2019. She was up there with Sasha, Charlotte, Bailey, and Becky. And at the time, she was the best out of all four of them. But anywho, sorry, that's enough of my quick rant. I had to get it out there.
Hey,
You pretty much touch bases on pretty much everything I'm saying. It's like Alexa Bliss should be considered a top star in this situation, just like Charlotte. I get that we might not see her in the same caliber of an Alexa Bliss. I mean, of a Charlotte Flair, but Alexa Bliss carried a women's division that was struggling on SmackDown. The only person Becky Lynch had to go against for real was Natalia, and we didn't need to
mm-hmm.
see that for 100 times. So you made Alexa Bliss a star, and then y'all sent her over to Raw, and her title run was just as good as the SmackDown run.
Mm-hmm.
And then she went with Bray Wyatt. And when we had a chance to put the belt on her in the Thunderdome era, we dropped the ball again, and we just let her and
Mm-hmm.
Nikki Cross be tag champions. I'm sorry, I mixed those two up. I said Fiend and then Nikki Cross. I meant Nikki Cross then a Fiend, but y'all get it. Then we
Mm-hmm.
let Alexa Bliss go away because she was ended up having a child. She came back, and now the only accomplishment I've seen from Alexa Bliss is tag team championship and an elimination chamber match. I need to see more from it. I get it, War Games too, great, but I need some type of way of WWE saying, "Hey, let's not forget about Alexa Bliss because we always get reminded that Charlotte Flair is a 14-time world champion. We get reminded that more than we get reminded that Randy Orton is a 14-time world champion. that Triple
Mm-hmm.
H is a 13-time world champion. We hear Charlotte Flair's accolade. Now I get it; she did carry a good amount of the women's evolution and everything. Great for Charlotte, but we act like WWE makes it seem like Charlotte Flair just held WWE's women division down for the longest by herself.
Cause that
Yeah,
ain't
we
true.
get a little bit
Yeah,
of
not at all.
Becky. Yes, we get a little bit of Bailey talks. We get a good amount of Sasha and everything. But it seems like WWE is still pushing this agenda of Charlotte Flair is the best thing in wrestling right now. When we can be putting that energy for other veterans, we should be
No,
making
that's
women
fair.
like cross their motherfucking eyes. Like, I mean, dot their eyes and cross their T's when we talking about Alexa Bliss, because whether you love Alexa or you hate Alexa, women's money in the bank winner, multiple time women's champion, has been to WrestleMania before, has walked a good amount of the way through WWE, came from a cheerleader gimmick to something a little bit more menacing, got to the main roster with that menacing look, and still got world gold. She got it just as quick as we was talking about. I think what was it last week? We was talking about Sheamus rise to the top, how quick it
Yeah.
was. Like within a couple of months, Alexa Bliss was already a women's world champion before Naomi, before Natalia, I wouldn't say Nikki Bella, but I don't really count I don't really count the Divas champion as a world championship, respectfully. So yes, Nikki Bella. It's so crazy to think Alexa Bliss doesn't get the respect that she gets because she's next to Charlotte Flair. Because you put Alexa Bliss next to anybody else, and you run the accolades of Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax, it's Alexa Bliss. If you run it Julia and goddamn Alexa Bliss, that's a different conversation for Julia outside of WWE. But if you put WWE accolades together, you got to put some respect on Alexa Bliss with anybody else. But it seemed like Charlotte Flair is where it's like we don't get no fuck. You considered the little
if
girl.
if if you if there's one major criticism I have of WWE is they love nepotism. Like if you are a family lineage wrestler, they are gonna treat you like royalty no matter how good or bad you are.
It,
I don't know. Ted DiBiase Jr.
well,
Didn't pan
But you
out
got to
like
think
to
about how
me.
they did treat him when he was in the Legacy. Yeah, he didn't hit the
true.
same accolades as like Randy and Cody around that time, but he was still they would still put him on TV weekly.
Yeah, he was in main
I
event
give you
spots
that.
and stuff, so he was there.
I give you that.
And
I give you that.
And unfortunately, this is going to be my hot take of the video, I guess. I may piss people off with this one. But Charlotte's not even top 10 all time as a woman on WWE terms. Like, every time all women, like, she's not. And people want to go, but she's a great wrestler. She's a great wrestler. Charlotte is a great wrestler. I will not take that away from her. Because I said she's not, I'd be lying to all of you guys. But WWE is more than just wrestling. We all know that. It's character, mic work, etc., etc. Charlotte has the wrestling. She does. Character work, she's been the same character until recently, and she got with Alexa. Then one good Charlotte Flair promo that's not her basically saying, I am the queen, and I'm evil, and I'm here to win championships. And on top of that, she's been a 14-time world champion. What reign of hers stuck out to you? I was like, oh, this is iconic. This is legendary. Matches, moments, segments, whatever. You can't.
Hey,
I can say
so going speak what you were saying, Creed, and what you were saying earlier about how WWE treat if you family into the company treat you like lineage, they did that to try to tie it up to make her the woman Ric Flair, basically, like her
yeah,
daddy.
yeah. Yeah, and that's so annoying because no offense to Charlotte, she's not Ric Flair. Like I'm sorry, Ric Flair is not a great person. He's done a lot of wrong things. He's wrestled way longer than he needs to. I'm not gonna say her lie, but Ric Flair when he was going at it, it's fucking Ric Flair. Okay, it's Ric Flair from his iconic matches with Terry Funk, Dusty Rhodes. Like he was Ric Flair, and like his impact of wrestling will never be touched. You know, he's up there with Stone Cold, Hogan. We gotta give him his credit. You can't force someone to be iconic, you know? Like
It just happens, yeah.
exactly. If I come up here and say, "Oh, I'm the greatest YouTuber of all their time," who am I? I like what? I have 500 subscribers. Like, who am I to say I'm the greatest?
Hey,
Like,
I
speaking of
feel you on that.
speaking of forcing iconic, let me just say, get this. Remember how when the Shield first came out, they wasn't forcing us like, oh, all three of them gonna be iconic. No, they became their own man. Now they did try to force Roman at first. They did try to push Roman, but Roman had to find his own aura to himself for people to accept him as okay. This sucker's iconic. This character is iconic.
yeah,
Dean, Dean became his own man, even though he was the lunatic. But he outside, let's say WWE and outside of WWE, Dean became an iconic wrestler with his own. Same thing with Seth. Like, okay, yeah, when they broke up, Seth became his own aura.
But Seth always low key had that. Now, granted, we didn't get a chance to see it because he had two other motherfuckers with him. But
But we always
we
saw the little
always
tiny
knew.
glimpses.
Like, yeah, we seen it in the matches because, like, as soon as Seth Rollins get a hot tag, I know y'all remember that clip of Seth Rollins for like at least it felt like 2 minutes. Seth Rollins was just beating everybody ass in the Wyatt family. It's
yeah,
like
Hmm.
we knew off of that alone that Seth Rollins had the energy and the voice to basically be that. Now, granted, if you watch the Indies, you already knew this. But if you a strict WWE fan, you were mesmerized by the idea of Seth Rollins having this boost of like adrenaline in matches to where it's like, where the fuck did that come from? I just watched him get thrown around like a damn dog for 6 minutes by Ryback as he's spinning off this nigga neck doing the 360 Falcon drop. Like what the fuck what are we watching? So I feel like we always knew Seth was gonna be the man. We knew Dean Ambrose had some fixing around to do, but we also knew that Roman Reigns was looked at as big, Samoan, tough, fast. That's all WWE seen and said, we gonna make you loved by everybody. When the real objective was low key let them hate me. So therefore now I got a chance to come through and they ain't got no choice but to love it. Because now I can taunt you. Now I can make you go, oh, okay, you don't like me? Guess what? Your mama like me. Your girlfriend like me. Hell, the lady at your office, she saw wrestling for 6 minutes. Guess what? She watching it weekly now because she like me. Whatever you gonna do, you can hate me all you want. But at the end of the day, you gonna see this face. And this face is gonna bring in a lot more money. You know why? Because you're gonna hate me to the point where you got to love me. We felt the same way in other sports. Same way about Kobe. We people felt the same way about Jordan. People felt the same way about I feel like Kevin Durant kinda a little bit. It's 50-50, but y'all get the point. The basis of everything is don't push certain people out the way just to let certain people rise to the occasion because
Hmm.
we never know exactly what we gonna get with any of these situations. Because think about this. Say say right now WWE brought the LWO back right now on TV and they said, hey guys, we splitting up. Nobody's gonna give a fuck, right?
Mm-mm.
But at
yeah.
the same time, if you let somebody turn heel from the goddamn LWO, the crowd is not gonna give a fuck. They gonna boo him, but they not gonna give a fuck exactly where his career go. It's certain ways WWE can push guys away and let them maintain some type of respect status. Because if Dragon Lee turns on Rey Mysterio anytime next week, that's something you can build. But just being like, oh hey, let Dragon Lee go get randomly drafted over to SmackDown, and then Rey Mysterio say goodbye to him a week later. It's like why the fuck would this matter to anybody outside of I guess people who tuned in or actually watch the LWO? But it's like if you take them off of TV too long, you kind I don't know. I just feel like right now with WWE, building a better storyline for each brand should really matter because other than the Vision, Oba and Brock, and maybe AJ and Becky, We don't have any good storylines in WWE. We don't have any on Raw. We don't have any on SmackDown. We might have a few on NXT. But the
Hey.
problem is, if y'all gonna build good storylines, use every single factor of talent that y'all got. Don't just let who y'all putting on these big ass ads, on these dumbass trucks, on these dumbass billboards saying that we coming to your city. Let everybody be used in your roster, no matter where it is, because now this is my point right here. I ended with this. Y'all know how Bailey is on the main roster, and sometimes Bailey look lost on the main roster.
Mm-hmm.
I just seen Bailey on AAA being used like a real wrestler without Lyra or anybody. She just by herself wrestling in AAA, actually looking like she could be a women's world champion out there. It's the perception of exactly how you gonna use somebody. El Grande Americano, perfectly used. Kaiser wasn't even thought about for a while because Gunther put his ass to the curb. He put on the mask after Gable got injured, went to AAA, and now he just as big as Jeff Hardy in 2009. It's the perception of how you gonna use a star, and if you're not gonna use them the right way, don't don't let them linger somewhere and then try to bring him back and be like, oh, okay, this is the next big thing. Nah, 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 nah. We ain't seen him long enough. Get the fuck out of here. That's like if they brought Jamie Noble back and was like, okay, he gonna be in the IC title picture. Boy, if you don't get the fuck on, I ain't seen you wrestle since I was
Hey,
9.
I ain't
Like
gonna
that.
lie. I ain't gonna lie, Jay. When you said they need to use everybody on the roster, I was thinking this is why around the time that's why they need to bring back house shows a little bit. If you
I
can't
agree.
get everybody enough TV time, put them on the road, put them in these little cities or somewhere to perform. All right, we just seen the tribal chief on Monday. Put them on these little road shows.
I
Let
don't
them get let them get their time, and then voila.
I
That's
don't
how
get
you
why
use
WWE
most.
doesn't take advantage of the fact that they're on Netflix and can literally go up to 3 fucking hours if they need to.
Exactly. Exactly. Everyone's points here are so beautiful. Like everyone's points here is like one of the biggest complaints. Cody Rhodes said, and I think on a podcast, I think he was when he was, I think it was with Gunther or Triple H, I can't remember which one it was, where it's like he said, "Oh, we need house shows again," and a lot of people use the argument, "Well, this isn't the '80s, dude. We don't have to do 400 shows." No, I'm not saying do 400 goddamn shows. That's not what I'm saying. But look at Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker hurt himself a while back flipping a table too hard. Maxine Dupree, who got bullied at a house show 2 years ago, people are like, oh, don't make fun of her. She's got to get better. Maxine Dupree has improved this much in 2 years. I couldn't tell you different from her today and 2 years ago in her wrestling ability. And that's not an insult, but if you're only shown or wrestled maybe once a month, 12 times, 14 times a year, how was that'd be like if we made a podcast once a year. No one's gonna like us because we only show up once a year. Like, how am I supposed to get attached to you or want to see you do good if you show up a few times, like here and there? Like, I can't go outside for the football and go, ah, damn, I'm not as good as Tom Brady. I might as well give up and never play football again. That's not how that works, like at all. So, like, if I haven't watched wrestling in 6, 7 months, I don't know no one on the roster. I tune in for the first time in forever, and it's like, oh, I really like this Dragon Lee guy. I think he's a cool luchador. I'm gonna watch next week because I like Dragon Lee. And he's gone for 6 weeks, never to be seen. Then the only time I see him in the backstage segment going, whoa, Rey Mysterio, let me help you next week. You've been gone for 6 weeks. You're not gonna fight until next week after being back after 6 weeks? What logic does that make? Like I want to see the Dragon Lee guy. So I
Hey,
get pissed off and stop watching.
hey, here my idea out. This is what you do. You get the house shows, the people that can't see them, they don't gotta go like on the road every day. You whatever roster, if you want to bring some of little TNA, this is what you do. You record the house shows and you upload them on streaming platforms like they do with Tubi with what's that show called WWE Evolution or something like that.
Evolve.
Yeah,
Yeah.
LFG.
You do something like that. Cause okay, everybody, it's enough wrestling going on 7 days of the week. Cool. If you just put the house shows on and you call this the WWE this and you upload them to some like a Tubi or a Netflix or something as a bonus content, and then you could see what you could see what people could gravitate to the wrestler more. Like, okay, damn, okay, he killing it out here.
Yeah,
Damn, look what we missing on a Monday Night Raw or a Friday Night SmackDown.
Nah, I'm with you on that. Low
exactly.
key, that makes sense to me.
Yeah,
But
that's sorry. The dog was chewing something, but yeah, I heard what you said.
are
But
you
yeah, that
good?
makes a lot of sense. Like
Nah, I
like
feel you.
if I never care about a certain wrestler and I watch them on this like random show like on Tubi, you said like going to oh they fall. Let's see. I'm like oh shit, they're actually kind of cool. I like them a lot more. And one person becomes two becomes four, and more people like oh I want to see this guy. I want to see this guy. That's how you like Jesse was saying. That's how you get people to actually care about who you're booking. Like you just can't come and go, oh yeah, here's random dude. Here's Kevin. Here's Kevin from Georgia. Oh, who the hell's Kevin? I don't know who Kevin is. But if Kevin comes out every week and Kevin's funny, he's a good wrestler or something like that, you're gonna want to watch him every week because you like Kevin. Kevin's cool. Like you can't
Exactly.
go, oh, you should care about Maxine Dupree. Why? She hasn't been on TV in 6 weeks, but she's an underdog for 2 years. I don't give a shit. Do something new. Give me something fresh. Like
Exactly.
this bread's stale.
Pretty much exactly. Y'all get it, and I thank God for that. But before we actually get up out of here and everything, I just want everybody to give their theory on their theory on what Gunther's stipulation is going to be for their match.
Hmm. I think it's gonna be, hey, if I don't win, I'll walk away. I'm not gonna lie. I could see it like that. Or it could be, okay,
Hmm.
that's the only way, because it ain't gonna be hair versus hair or this and that. Hey, it since I retired people. Look at it like this. Since I retired John Cena, I retired AJ Styles. If I lose this fucking belt, I'm walking away. Cody can say he retired me and then play the bamboozle on people.
True, but if he fakes a retirement, it's exactly what Brock Lesnar did. Me
Yeah,
personally, if I'm Gunther, I'm picking the stipulation of if you cheat in any way, shape, or form, you lose your title immediately. Now I get that's just a regular match, but I mean exactly what that means. If you get disqualified at all, that belt belongs to me still. You think you're gonna walk out underneath the champions era of, oh, if I get disqualified, you win, but the belt is still to me, which I never got in my life personally. It's like how did you cheat to beat me? You got caught cheating. I win, but I don't leave with the gold. I never understood that rule in WWE. But I mean, hey, that is what it is. But I think Gunther stipulation should be no matter what. You cheat, you do something dirty, nigga, I leave with this. What about you, Brian Creed?
I don't know actually what his stipulation is gonna be. I actually don't even have a prediction. I was thinking like maybe like a submission match, but I'm like, no, that's too simple.
yeah.
Valid.
I, I also I had to talk about. I just remember what I was going to say because I saw it before we started this pod. I want to talk about it real quick before we get off. It won't be long at all. But I agree with Jesse. I think it's gonna be like a Christian and Randy Orton scenario where it's like, oh, if you cheat or you do anything shady and you get caught, or even if you get caught on the camera, it's my belt. Like you're not gonna hoodoo me, Mr. Cody Rhodes. But I want to say this real quick. You guys ask, maybe it's like a TikTok or whatever you guys want to do with this one, but I saw this during the report about the plans for Roman Reigns' world title run because we know after SummerSlam he's not going to be his full time anymore.
Mhm.
And there's rumors. I don't know. It's been reported by a few people. I don't know how true any of these sources are, but if the backup plan for Roman at WrestleMania next year is Oba, but the original plan, if they don't do Oba, if The Rock is available, they're going to finally do Roman Rock. And I'm telling you guys to say this to you guys because as someone who doesn't want to see Roman Rock, and I'll get to that in a second. What do you guys still want that? Like, you can give a yes or no answer. You don't give any details, but when you tell me Rock and Roman WrestleMania 43, Roman's going to be a part-time champion from after SummerSlam all the way through, doing nothing but Bloodline lore when he comes back, and you're going to have Roman beat Rock, obviously, at WrestleMania 43. And yes, you can make the argument, great story, right? That's going to be a great story. We've had years of storytelling out there with this. We do. With Roman losing to Cody, Roman not, being able to get the main belt back, Roman holding it down for like 6+ years, yeah. But the bell has to ring. We're going to be in Saudi Arabia next year's WrestleMania. What is the appeal of a 60-year-old Rock, almost, and a part-time everyday champion Roman Reigns making night to WrestleMania? Like, story-wise, I get it. I'm not going to say it's not a story to be told. But hearing that and that being reported by multiple people actually scares me for a year-long bloodline slop reign from Roman. And if this happens and that match sucks for Roman and Rock as well, Roman's GOAT stats or his climbing up is going to get knocked back down for me. Like, I don't want to be that guy. But the idea of Rock and Roman next year just makes me go, no. Just anyone else but The Rock.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like they took too damn long for that one. Like,
yeah.
It's
like
10 years too late at this point.
If they would have done it around, I say 2021 or 2022, hell, we can go even like 2019, 2018-ish when they was having him with the big dog bullshit. That could have settled it now, but it's like we already too deep into it now. It's like, hell, I want to see Roman versus Oba. That's the next big thing.
Yeah. That's
they did take too long on that.
I want to see the big monster we're building actually conquer the former face of the company of the new era. Have Oba beat Roman and have Oba beat Smith as the next big thing. Like, y'all keep calling it the next big thing, and you have him lose to a washed up Brock Lesnar. If this was Brock Lesnar from 2015, sure, okay, one loss won't kill him, but this is beyond his years, Brock Lesnar. And you got Roman. There's been rumors that his night champion opponent is going to be Solo, and the idea of a Solo Roman match makes people actually sob. Like, the Roman Solo match at Raw on Netflix TV is so sauceless. I finally went back and rewatch it because was it that bad? You can put a baby to sleep with that match. You can take a baby and put it down watching that match. How boring that match was. Like,
I get that it wasn't the best showing, but at the same time, we haven't really seen Solo actually be able to wrestle.
True.
It's always been, It's always either been Solo was throwing people around or Solo was cheating. That's mainly what we got from Solo. It's either I was beating up the same dudes, or I'm running away from these dudes, having my family beat them up. So it's like I like the idea of Roman and Rock years ago. Now, like you said, I'm not really invested into it because again, Rock will probably be 50 going on 50. Like what's Rock like 50?
I think Rock like 55 now.
Yeah, 55, 56, or just turned 56, something like that.
Yeah, so it's like, he damn near 60. I'm not trying to see that respectfully. Stone Cold put up a decent match at 60, damn near. But I don't.
But even then, it wasn't your traditional wrestling match.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, it's like a brawl around the arena.
Exactly. So it's like I'm not too intrigued on what they can do unless they can promise that Rock is going to be at his healthiest and Roman is going to be at his healthiest. If I'm not getting that, I don't care. Y'all don't have to put that at Mania. Y'all can put that at Backlash, SummerSlam, or something. But we don't need that.
Hear me out. This is what they should have did. You remember when where Roman won the WWE Championship and Rock came out there to congratulate him when he still was the big dog with the vest?
Yeah.
That's what they should have did. At that opportunity, The Rock should have grabbed him and done some shit. And they could have built that up right then and there. And before the COVID hit, when Roman was gone, they could have had them fought at WrestleMania, between the WrestleManias before then. And then it could have been like, I'm passing you down as the tribal chief. And then when COVID hit, Roman gone, and then he comes back as the tribal chief. Like, they should have done something like that. They waited too fucking long. I mean, I ain't gonna speak for everybody, but I say some of us don't want to see that shit right now because it's for fucking what? It's like
there's no appeal. Like there's nothing about that makes you want to go, oh yes, we need this. Because I learned something the other day that's gonna blow y'all's mind. The Bloodline's been going on for so long. It's been going on longer than the NWO's run and counting their WWE short run as well by 30 some days now and counting.
Damn.
That's how long the Bloodline has been going on now. The NWO went on for 1,723 days. Right now, I think the Bloodline's been going on for 1,756 some days and counting. And counting. And people will look at you and go, "Oh, if you hate Bloodline stuff, you just hate fun." Sometimes you gotta take all yellow out back and put it down. It's okay to let things go.
Nah, I 1,000% agree with you. When the bloodline stuff is done, it needs to fully be done. And
Please.
yeah, nah, honestly. But
Agreed.
ladies and gentlemen, this has been another episode of Four Rows Full Podcast. I'm Jay the Kid. That's Broke Boy Bray. We got our boy Talking Smack with Creed and Vine the Don. Ladies and gentlemen, if y'all got any opinions and thoughts on exactly how we feel for this video, if y'all ain't gonna be respectful, please keep them to yourself because I will argue with you in the comments, even if you take days to reply. Just know, when you come back to try to talk shit, I will be there immediately. So, without further being said again, this is another episode of Four Ropes Full Podcast. And ladies and gentlemen, before we get up out of here, I just want to say thank you for wrestling. And we out. Peace.